Number 14. Which purpose of evaluation distinguishes it from measurement? A. Determine the effectiveness of the teacher's teaching. B. Interpret measured performance in terms of certain criteria of acceptability and adequacy. The answer is letter B. Evaluation is the process of judging or putting a value on a learning process using established criteria to identify the degree to which knowledge or skill has been gained and applied. Number 15. Teacher Aika showed a video in her class about the life in an urban poor community. She wants to determine how the video changed students' thoughts about the life of these underprivileged people. What technique is appropriate for this? A. Role play. B. Reflection log. The answer is letter B. Reflective journals are personal records of students' learning experiences. Students typically are asked by their instructors to record learning related incidents, sometimes during the learning process, but more often just after they occur. Number 16. Mrs. Aranas wants to test her students' knowledge of the different places in the Philippines, their capital, and their products. So she gave an essay test. If you were the teacher, will you do the same? A. No. The giving of objective test is more appropriate than the use of essay. B. Yes. Essay test can measure more than what the other test can measure. The answer is letter A. Objective tests are questions whose answers are either correct or incorrect. They tend to be better at testing low order thinking skills such as memory, basic comprehension, and perhaps application of numerical procedures for examples, and are often, though not necessarily always, best used for diagnostic assessment. Number 17. Mr. Castro is designing a performance assessment for his class in Filipino. Which of the following should he first consider to come up with a really valid test? A. A set of standards to determine what students know and can do. B. A set of criteria on which based quality of performance. The answer is letter A. Standards-based assessment is meant to offer a way that teachers can identify the skills that matter most, can evaluate students' work fairly, can give feedback to the students that is helpful and actionable, and can use data to revise upcoming lessons to meet their students' needs. Number 18. Content validity is determined by the degree to which A. There are enough time to measure the ability of the pupils. B. The items are representative samples of the content of the course. The answer is letter B. Content validity evaluates how well an instrument like a test covers all relevant parts of the construct it aims to measure. Number 19. In the outcomes-based instruction, the key point is the student's blank. A. Ability to pass written and performance tests. B. Ability to demonstrate learning. The answer is letter B. Outcome-based education or outcomes-based education or OBE is an educational theory that bases each part of an educational system around goals or outcomes. By the end of the educational experience, each student should have achieved the goal. Number 20. What kind of assessment is done during the process of student learning? A. Summative assessment. B. Formative assessment. The answer is letter B. The goal of formative assessment is to monitor student learning to provide ongoing feedback that can be used by instructors to improve their teaching and by students to improve their learning. More specifically, formative assessments help students identify their strengths and weaknesses and target areas that need work. Number 21. What needs to be reflected in a portfolio by way of journal text, photos, and other items? A. Learning experiences. B. Test paper. The answer is letter A. A portfolio is a living and changing collection of records that reflect your accomplishments, skills, experiences, and attributes. It highlights and showcases samples of some of your best work along with life experiences, values, and achievements. Number 22. Which is an advantage of true or false and multiple choice type of test? A. Validity. B. Objectivity. The answer is letter B. Objectivity in the context of assessment is necessary to get an accurate judgment of what students know, understand, and can do. Objectivity is rooted in observable facts and evidence rather than feelings or opinions. Number 23. Which portfolio is most appropriate to show skills at research writing? A. Showcase portfolio. B. Process portfolio. The answer is letter A. Showcase portfolio. Showcase or presentation portfolio, a collection of best work. This type of portfolios focus on the portfolio as a product and are also typically called professional portfolios, formal portfolios, or career portfolio. Number 24. What can the table of competencies ensures to learners taking the licensure examination for teachers? A. Content validity of a test. B. Predictive validity of a test. The answer is letter A. Content validity is the degree to which a test or assessment instrument evaluates all aspects of the topic, construct, or behavior that is designed to measure. Number 25. What is the criterion in criterion reference grading? A. Standards. B. Descriptors. The answer is letter A. Criterion referenced tests and assessments are designed to measure students' performance against a fixed set of predetermined criteria or learning standards. Number 26. In assessment for learning, what is being tracked in relation to teaching standards? A. Learners' progress in learning. B. Learners' grades in studies. The answer is letter A. Learning progressions are essential tool for understanding students' progress in their learning. In the classroom, learning progressions enable teachers to identify where students are at in their learning and convert students' assessment result into meaningful descriptions of their learning progress.